What's going on, everybody? Jersey here from windowcleaner.com and, of course, WCR Nation. And I'm here with Mr. Johnny B himself. How's it going, man?
How we doing? Good morning and good afternoon.
Fantastic, man. It is so nice weather-wise. It's starting to get nice. I know you're still wearing a winter hat, and I'm still wearing a sweatshirt, but we're getting there. The light at the end of the tunnel is coming. So,
yeah, and it snowed over here, but it should be getting melted in a day or two here. So
yeah,
we're looking towards spring here.
100%. If you're watching on any platform that you are, go ahead and comment and let me know how long you use your rubbers for. I personally, we changed we flipped it every single day. When we go in there in the morning, we'd flip the rubbers two sides. So we'd change the rubber every second day, but we would get a new side every single day. So that's me. If you're here, tell me what yours is. I love hearing that some people keep using the same rubber for a long, long time, and it's shocking to me. But Che, by the way, is here. What's up to Che? He is the healthiest window cleaner in the entire industry, by the way. He said, I reuse trash rubbers on construction cleans. That's actually pretty smart. Yeah.
Yeah. Do you keep any? Like, do you hold on to any and just say, like, hey, I don't know if you're in a tight spot here or there or whatever the case may be.
Not really. We always, when we were done with a rubber, we tied it in a knot so that we knew that was a used rubber. And that was it. I mean, we never used it again for anything. There are things like the Sorbo docket, which will sharpen a rubber. Some people like Chase said they use them for construction cleans, which, by the way, if you're watching and that is also something that you do, I would love to know, because that is the first time I've ever heard somebody use that. So could be interesting. I don't know of another thing. I hate throwing stuff away like resin. I wish there was like a super easy way for me to like do something with it. But I don't know on the rubber side. I've never reused them.
And rubber is interesting too, because I don't know. There always seems to be this like imminent threat of there being like some sort of rubber shortage. That's always like in the conversation, sort of. I don't know, but I don't know if that ever factors into anybody. But
I've talked to rubber manufacturers actually, and they're like, "There's no shortage. We don't even know who made that up. Like, it's not even different." So I don't know. I mean, technically anything that has some type of petroleum base to it could be, but like natural rubber doesn't. Maybe the silicone version would. I don't know. It's confusing to me why that even comes up. But I did do this though. I always have on our floor. So we had epoxied floors in our building, and there was sewer. So we'd wash our trucks like almost every time we come back. And I did use the old rubbers for a floor squeegee. I made a floor squeegee out of like an old squeegee. So we changed those pieces out, but I didn't go through enough for that. But
there you go.
Che just said, currently meeting with a doctor going over my blood work. Get your health straight, guys and gals. Your family depends on you. Yeah, see, told you. He's like the healthiest guy here.
Wow.
Yeah. Joey, what's going on? Joey said that one day each side, unless doing tall, all glass, high rise drops. So he's doing high rise and he's doing one day each side. So yeah, same as me. That's what I'm doing. It's smart. There's no reason for the couple bucks that we pay for a rubber. And we cut it in half. We're using both sides that you wouldn't. It's like putting a new fresh pair of socks on every day. It just doesn't make sense. And especially in high rise, you got streaks now that you missed or something, and now you got to go try to, ascend back up. It just, it doesn't make sense.
Do you think there's any difference in, you mentioned the silicone, do you think there's any difference in the longevity of, usage of the silicone?
Yeah, definitely. Silicone seems to be a bit more of a longevity bit to it. But even when we've used silicone, I still did the same daily change just because. But Unger Green, man, Unger Green is a blend. And according to Steve-O and a couple other people, like the Unger Green is like the best rubber for some people right now. And it's actually a silicone blend, but they say that it lasts like weeks. So if you're willing to try it, it's definitely worth, trying it. But I'm still a Netteray fan, just like super simple. It's the OG rubber for me. It's just super dope. And Jay just said he thinks it'd be cool for us to make a sharpener like Sorbo's. Well, here's the thing. Sorbo makes a sharpener because I don't have a Sorbo channel. Because Sorbo can, first off, but Sorbo channels also have notches in them. So as you cut it, you move it up a notch, and then it's the same amount of rubber. You cut it and then you move it up a notch, where all the other channels in a standard round top just have one slot. So when you cut it, the rubber gets actually shorter, closer to the metal, and it doesn't work quite as well. So there is a
Hmm.
small trick, an issue there. But let me see if I have a Sorbo channel.
Gotcha. Yeah. Yeah. Those things are pretty cool. Those dockets.
I don't. It's in the other room. I just cleaned my office, so it's in my other office. Anyway, so that would be the one thing there. But rubber is such a personal preference thing that I mean, people will swear by it one way or the other, and they'll love one side and they'll love the other, and it's just kind of personal preference. We get that, you get that question probably asked most, like, "What's the best rubber?" And it's like there is no best rubber. There's like what works best for you, kind of,
That's what I tell a lot of people, especially if they're new. I'll tell them, even in regards to like handles or channels, it's like I wouldn't say that there's like necessarily a best. It's just trying stuff out and getting comfortable and figuring out which you like best.
Yep. Yeah. By the way, if you're here, tell me what your favorite rubber is. Solar King, Solar Cleaning King just said hashtag Ettore for life. So
Hmm.
we got one for Ettore already, but I like Ettore. Ettore just has never done me dirty, really. Like all the other brands, there's some stuff I like, some stuff I don't. I've tried the green rubber. I've tried silicone. I like Sorbo rubber, but I didn't use exclusively Sorbo channels. Sorbo makes really good rubber. I wish, well, they're getting it better now, but man, they had some supply issues for sure. And they're getting back to being kind of here, if that makes sense.
Hmm.
So
Yeah. And
hopefully,
that's that personal preference that has to do with feel, right? Feel on the window,
yeah.
cut, right?
Thank you. Here's what I was talking about, by the way. If you look at see those little slots right there, if anybody's watching, they can see the three slots. So every time you cut it, you move that rubber up a notch, and then you cut it and move it up a notch. So one rubber you could technically cut. I mean, there's four slots, but you can cut it even more than that because it takes such a small sliver off. And the guys that are using that are really, really, really getting a ton of work out of that. So um,
Hmm.
definitely good. But
That's
Joey, by the
interesting.
way, said Ettore till I die. And missed one said Sorbo and Ettore. So Ettore is
Hmm.
pulling ahead, by the way, in the battle of rubber.
Sorbo and Ettore. I wonder if the Soren rubber is ever used, the
Yeah,
Ettore Soren.
Soren is exactly the same as Ettore rubber, Master Rubber. It is Master Rubber in a different shape. So, like, if somebody
Hmm.
really likes Ettore rubber in general, then switching over for Sorbo. But Sorbo, one of the reasons that there's so many people that use Sorbo, their channels are great, wide body, right? They're the godfather of the wide body. But this also comes, you can get non-Sorbo versions. But Ettore has one, Super Channel. It's the same size ish, same shape ish, but people love Sorbo rubber so much that they buy Sorbos, and then when they get into Sorbos, it's a flat top, and it's the only one that's a flat top, and then you're basically buying just that. So it's
Right.
interesting to see if people like both of them. But by the way, Bluesy Boy, if I said that right, been using Black Diamond lately. Been
Hmm.
enjoying it. It's a lot cheaper than Ettore, and I feel like Black Diamond has been lasting longer. Also, I'd love to
Hmm.
know from you, by the way, how long you are using your rubbers for. What is your longer?
Yeah.
By the way, somebody jumped in and
Ew.
said Johnny Boy. I can't see
Facebook
because it's one of
user.
the groups that we have, but
Hmm.
yeah, Johnny B's in the house. See, your fandom is already here. So
That's cool. What's up,
um,
guys?
yeah, but I like soft rubber, by the way, not hard rubber. I know people always ask that too. Hard, medium. I didn't get into hard. I don't like medium. I I I don't like the feel. It feels like a gas. When you're cleaning the windows in your car at a gas station, that's what it feels like to me. But
Hmm.
Joey's here. He uses Ettore, so he's liking soft. But guys like him running high rise stuff, a lot of high rise guys are using harder rubber.
Hmm.
It's going to be more for hotter areas, but also it is a little bit more durable. So throwing it in a bucket like those guys do, it definitely does help a little bit. But again, it's personal preference. It's just what people see. I still think I think Black Diamond's our best selling rubber from the numbers that came out last year, but Ettore is in at number 2. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool to be able to get it in, a single, or, you can get it in a pack of 12 or half gross, even gross. It's pretty sweet that you can kind of tailor it to your needs, whether you want it the 36 cut.
Yeah, here's something interesting, by the way, for anybody who's watching. The word gross is actually a count. That is actually, because people are coming here in a gross. It's a gross. A gross is a gross. A gross is actually 12 12s, which is 144. So the number 144 in anything in the United States is called a gross. So you can buy a gross
Right.
of like towels. You can buy a gross of whatever. It's not just like a term for rubber. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it is whatever. But
Like a ream of paper.
yes, exactly. Johnny Boy comes from Austin Grubbs, by the way. Austin Grubbs is I had to go double check to see who that is, but yeah.
Sweet.
But anyway, rubber is specific. You got to try it all. If you need any rubber, I know a guy named Johnny B who would love to put your orders in for you. John, tell us how anybody can get a hold of you and how to let you put orders in.
Yeah, thanks. You can reach me at 862-312-2024. Happy to help with any window cleaning related questions, or like you said, if you'd like to place an order, I'd be happy to throw that in as well.
Yeah, and by the way, I heard, this is just a rumor, but if you purchase with Johnny B, he throws one mustache hair in every package. So you could be
It's getting
lucky
tough.
there.
Yeah, we're running out.
You're just gonna be bald on one side, like it's been a really good
Yeah.
month. I don't know.
I didn't
Good
even it
problem to
out.
have. Yeah. Well, cool. Well, hey, I really appreciate it. Thanks for everybody's here commenting. By the way, if you're watching this after the fact, please comment, put it out there. It helps us, and we're here doing this every single day. So tomorrow is going to be live again at 2:00, and it'll be Thursday. So maybe we'll see Alex. No, maybe we'll see Steve. I don't know. Probably Alex. Whatever. We'll be there again tomorrow at 2:00. So definitely thank you, and we will see you then.